multi-time world champion and multi-time national champion Donnie Robinson. Donnie, we've got a big day right here, man.
Craig, my heart is beating. I'm feeling for these riders. The energy is so high, at least at our table right here. I know what these riders are feeling right now. Oh, man, four more laps, and this day's done, and we see who comes out on top.
Well, coming out of this first rack, we've got coming out of lane 8, Zach Van Kamen. Lane 7, Jeremy Smith. Lane 6, Michael Boyle. Lane 5, Tyler Farrow. Tommy Zula coming out of lane 4. Tyler Whitfield coming out of 3. Hunter Phelan coming out of 2 and out of 1. Lane Gainer.
Man, look for Hunter Pelham out of gate 2 to come out like a rocket ship right now. Lane Gainer, young cats, going to get this done. Tyler Farrow. See what he can do for the older
Tommy
crew.
Zula was looking great in practice, and the gate is down for the first lap.
Good right now for Tyler Farrow taking it into turn number 1. I know this is doing really, really good for his confidence right now coming up on this second straightaway. He's just got to keep it smooth.
A very technical second straight for sure, but look at Tommy Zula putting on the pressure on the outside of turn 2.
This is all good right now. These guys are kind of just feeling things out right now. Tommy just wants to stay in the number 2 spot. He doesn't got to make any big moves right now. Zach Van Kamen trying to shop just a little bit, but it looks like Tyler Farrow is going to take it all the way to the line.
Again, this is total points, so the top guys out of each moto, 4 guys from each round, are going to go directly to the main event. And once you get to the main event, only one rider qualifies into tomorrow's race, the Olympic trials. You know, Donnie, this is a very good test of pressure. How much can you handle when it's coming down to it?
It absolutely is. I mean, again, these initial motos are great. Them being total points, again, they don't necessarily have to win the first moto. They can just kind of get in their groove. But yeah, this is the first pressure situation to even prepare them for tomorrow.
Absolutely. Well, rack 2 is on the gates, ready to go. Kyle McCrory coming out of 8. Tyler Brown, GT rider, coming out of 7. Tyler's been a big fan favorite for a while. Dr. Smooth, Alec Bob, coming out of lane 6. Kenneth Gustafson out of 5. Logan Collins, another guy that can ride his bike with the best of them, coming out of 4. Elliot McGrath coming out of 3. Bryce Betts, we're going to see his graphic designing on jerseys in the near future, coming out of 2. And a healthy Jordan Miranda coming out of lane 1. Who do you got in this lap?
I don't know. We got Tyler Brown, hometown crowd right now, cheering for him out there. He's just wearing the BMX racer hat today. The guy does everything under the sun right now, but today he's looking to take that Olympic spot home.
And he looked really fast in practice as well, had some good starts, smooth on the track. He's got this place dialed. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come out of lane 7 and get this first rack under his belt.
Absolutely.
Gate is down. Looks like he got a good start from 7.
It's looking good for Logan Collins right now, taking the inside of that first turn. Tyler's just going to hang it high, make sure he gets a clean run.
Really high. Oh, can he make it down the straight? Obviously getting over this turn. Yes, he made it in nice and clean. Now it's just a matter of staying in that 4th spot for him. But Logan Collins is looking good. Wow. But he's getting some pressure.
Jordan Miranda right now coming up on the inside. Logan just going to hang it tight, go for a little high-low action, kind of just pace him along to the finish line. Good lap for Jordan.
You know, that is a veteran-style race right there. These guys realize that it's total points and just have to make it through this round and then really open it up for that main event. First rack is done. We will be back to Chula Vista, California in just a few moments. Hang tight.
We're on the stage right now, you know, and again, it's just like a warm-up for tomorrow, but again, we got to pass through today to make it to tomorrow.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of that experience is going to help everybody. And if you talk about experience, look at Tyler Brown coming out of lane 7 in this second replay. We see that he got a great start, but on the inside, Logan Collins got a better start. You know, experience, time on the bike, race time, that's all going to play a part in how you can control your composure and really stay calm and run your best lap. I don't know about you, Donnie, but I always did better when I was under control of those emotions.
Absolutely, and again, there's so much talent, pro and amateur-wise, in these races right now. It's very important for guys like Tyler to really remember what all he's been through, right? Every single situation that could possibly arise today, he's been in. So that's why we're going to likely see him shine through these type of situations. But again, we got guys like Lane Gainer coming on second right now. This kid has made so much steady improvement over the past handful of years. It's been great to see. Again, like I've kind of see this guy going into the junior development program here at the OTC, wanting to make a name for himself and do his thing, and he has just constantly improved, and really he's in a great position today to take the win, I think. And you got guys who like Logan Collins are very experienced on the pro and amateur series, kind of just doing what they need to in that point, not taking too many risks, but just getting the job done.
Riding smart is huge, especially on this stage. I would have to believe that at this speed, at the size of these jumps, one little mistake is amplified and becomes something much greater than if we were on our traditional quote-unquote style BMX tracks.
Exactly. I mean, again, one bobble, one bonk on one jump tends to just it gets exploited on the next, and then you get out of your flow, right? That groove that we look to be in from that first pedal out of the gate seems to not happen as easily,
right?
And to get that back, right, like that composure, whether it's the next moto or that current lap. Boy, that's the difference between winning and losing and qualifying.
Absolutely, you're making it out of the motos. If you noticed, we kind of missed the Logan Collins bonking the first jump, but still leading into the first turn. That says a lot that he was able to regain that composure, number one. And number two, he held the speed in front of all those other guys after bonking that jump, which is pretty impressive.
It just shows you how fast he was going prior to that point.
Absolutely.
Logan is a heck of a rider.
Absolutely. All right, we are on the gate and getting ready to go for round number 2. Coming out of lane 8, we've got Hunter Phelan. Coming out of lane 7, Lane Gaynor. We just talked about him a second ago. Out of 6, Tyler Brown. See what he can do this time. He's under pressure. He already got 4 points. Out of 5, Jordan Miranda. 4, we've got Tyler Whitfield. 3, Elliot McGrath. 2, Tyler Farrow. And coming out of lane 1, Alec Bob. Let's see if he can put one together and Dr. Smooth his way into a better finish. I think we did maybe announce this incorrectly, similar to Mike Redman. All right, 2A, here we go. We're back at it. Sorry, guys. Coming out, we got Kyler McCrory, Tyler Brown, Alec Bob, Kenneth Gustafson, Logan Collins, Elliot McGrath, Bryce Betts, Jordan Miranda. Those guys are on the gate, ready to go. I think they're still getting it figured out on where they're supposed to go as well.
That moto is also incorrect. We got Logan Collins in 1, Jeremy Smith in 2, Van Kamen, Gustafson. Looks like Zula, Bryce Betts, Michael Boyle, Kyle McCrory. Man, this is not an easy moto.
Not at all. I don't think any of these are going to be easy, and I think they all made it here for a reason. To qualify for this race, they needed to participate in at least 4 Supercross events earlier in the season. Just to get on the gate for a Supercross event speaks volumes with their talent and the future that they hold for themselves.
Yeah, I think that the qualification for this race, was held on ABA, USA BMX Supercross tracks, part of the North American Supercross Series, and again, after the first straightaway, basically a normal USA BMX track. Where here, this is through and through a Supercross track.
Yeah, there's no room for error, no margin for error at all when you get to this level of BMX. And don't be wrong, there are regular quote-unquote style BMX tracks, but this is a different story.
Absolutely. Looks like Zula gets a good pop out of the gate right now. Kyle McCrory from the outside trying to make a statement, but Logan Collins again on the inside. Ooh, jumps into that first turn a little bit. Zula was trying to exploit it.
It is tight going down the second straightaway between Collins and Zula. Both excellent bike riders, but Collins right now has this one under control.
Yeah, it looks good. Kyle McCrory's trying to make a pass on Zula. Looks like he's going to get that done. Van Kamen on the outside. Zula looking to get a little sandwich going on. Good lap for Logan Collins and Kyle McCrory coming from 8. Again, that is not an easy feat. This kid is trying to make a statement, Kyle McCrory is, and I don't think we've seen the last of him from today.
I don't think so either, and this is the second time that we've seen Tommy Zula come down the third straightaway and kind of get eaten up a little bit.
Definitely want to see that replay, know what happened to Kenneth Gustafson rolling off on that last straightaway right now.
Unfortunate event for him, that's for sure. All right, we're going back to the gate right now. Let's see if we got this one right this time. Tyler Farrow, Tyler Brown, Elliot McGrath, Alec Bobb, Hunter Phelan, Jordan Miranda, Lane Gaynor, Tyler Whitfield. Called it wrong last time, but this seems like this one's pretty hot as well. Every one of these guys have a dream of making it to that Olympic stage, and this is the first step to get there. Winner of today's race, once again, is going to be racing in the Olympic trials tomorrow, which is going to be another fantastic event. Not on this track, though. It will be on the Rio replica track.
It is. What an excellent place. What an excellent facility to have two Supercross tracks. Really, one for development, this Beijing track, and then one that are replicating all of the Olympic tracks that we're going to be facing.
I mean, it's amazing. And we've got this amateur track with the national as well. I mean, we've got everything you could possibly hope for here in Chula Vista, California. And right now we've got round 2 about to drop.
Boom, gate drops. Looks like Jordan Miranda and Tyler Brown with a good shot. Hunter Pelham from the outside. Good smooth lap right now from Jordan Miranda, taking it on the inside of that turn. Elliot McGrath going for a great move right now.
Wow.
Squeezing off Jordan just a little bit.
It looks like Tyler Brown pulling down this second straightaway. Let's see what he can make happen coming into the turn.
Oh, nice pass. Oh, great pass from TB. Let's see if Jordan can hang in there. Elliot commanding lead right now, not wanting to let this up right now. Tyler's just trying to make a good pass right now. Whoa, baby.
Wow.
Great for TB, man. Got this track dialed. I think his emotions are in check, Craig.
I think he knows exactly what he needs to do to make it out of the motos and into the main event. Riding consistent, but also riding pretty aggressive in these turns.
This is so great. Again, I know these guys personally. Again, still race with these guys. Elliot McGrath making leaps and bounds of progress. Really the past few months, you've seen this guy out riding different tracks. I know he's got a new coach doing his thing. Again, we're on the stage right now. This pressure stage. So to see him out there riding as well as he is, great. And Tyler Brown with a hometown crowd here cheering him on. He was almost just. He almost knew what was going to happen before it happened.
Absolutely, and that's what experience will help for you, as well as riding this track on a regular basis. So stick around, guys. We've got a lot more racing action to come from Chula Vista, California, and our last chance qualifier. Welcome back to Chula Vista, California for the LCQ event. I'm your host, Craig Reynolds, along with Olympian Mr. Donnie Robinson. Donnie, we've got some pretty tight points going on here between these two racks.
I love what I'm seeing out there from these guys. I mean, again, looking at these points going into the third round, some are sitting pretty, and some are on the bubble, and some need really a miracle in this third round.
Absolutely. I think we're going to see that some more of the consistent riding going into this next round, especially from Tommy Zula and Tyler Brown, both sitting pretty good with 5 and 6 points apiece. Doesn't necessarily mean that automatically qualifies them into the main event. But if you look at, like, Logan Collins, he's got 3 points. I think he's a sure bet to get in there, as well as Jordan Miranda and Elliot McGrath. But it's BMX. You just never know what's going to happen.
This is BMX racing, and looking at the points and the talent of riders that are holding these points, it's kind of shocking. Again, you have Alec Bobb with 15 points, Kenneth Gustafson with 13. I know he had an issue on that second round, but then you got Kyle McCrory, which, again, didn't have that great of a first round, but second round stepped it up big time. So, again, he puts in another solid lap. He's in the main event. He's got a shot for the win.
And Lane Gaynor coming in with 7 points. He's not out of it. Probably isn't feeling too comfortable right now. But, again, what you said earlier about putting riders in this situation, this kind of pressure-packed situation, this is going to build some character. This is going to see who can really dig deep. And make it happen. And if Lane comes out of here with a win in this last round, hey, that speaks volumes going into the main event. Should help his confidence too.
Well, it's very interesting because the guys that are sitting with the low points, right? They basically know that they're in, right? So they do they hold back? Do they take the chances, or do they ride this lap as if it's the main event or the first round? Then you have the guys that are right in the middle that have to have a good finish to move on. So they're basically in the best position, right? But then you got the guys with the high points that either say, okay, I'm going to buckle down and win this lap, or perhaps they've already checked out. You know, perhaps they've said, well, my dream's over. You know, those first 2 rounds were done. When in actuality, we know that in BMX anything can happen, and,
right.
And points, when they work themselves out, again, anything can happen. So it'll be very interesting to see how these riders mentally come at this last lap, depending on where they sit points-wise.
Well, I don't want to be the guy at the low points cruising in first, thinking, I got this, and the guy who's got 7 points is charging from fourth. He's going to ride right through you. So you've got to think about your situation, and there's no sitting down for this third round anymore. So we're going to go back to first round and see what happened, what got us to this third round action with all of the point systems laid out. I know we've had some technical difficulties with our feed right now, but we're going to go through and take a look here. Again, this is the first round, which happened just about an hour and a half ago, roughly. Nani, what's your mental thought about this when you were on the gate on the big hill? Where were you at this point?
Well, here's the thing: is being a spectator now. I understand what my dad used to say, that he was, more nervous than I was on the gate, and I understand that now because, again, these riders when they're on the gate, on the track right now, they're in automatic mode. They are not thinking about anything. They're just reacting. They've done this so many times over their whole career. They're just doing their thing. So we're on the edge of our seats, wondering what's going to happen, and they're just in the zone. And so I think that, the biggest thing really between those guys who are mid-pack and those that are champions is not that they're not feeling the pressure, it's their learned ability to remove that pressure and make this situation non-threatening.
Right. Well, Pelham just finished that first lap really, really easy, and then, coming in with Tommy Zula in a second there, he looked really smooth and fast. Again, situational. If they can remove that pressure, like you're saying, they're going to be able to just ride their bike like they know how to and not let that pressure prevent them from doing what they naturally can do.
Well, check this out. What's the difference between practice and racing? We're doing it on the same track against the same riders. It's just that pressure. It's just what's at stake.
Right.
And we see guys like Tyler Brown right here and Logan Collins just doing their thing.
Yes.
Again, we've got a pressure-filled situation, but these guys experience this so much they know how to handle that. And young guys like Lane Gaynor, Elliot McGrath coming in, ramping things up. It's great to see them rising to the occasion.
And let me ask you this. You're at the Olympics. This is the first time you've ever been at the Olympics. First time BMX has been in the Olympics. How does that... You're still riding your bike. It's still a race. It's still the same thing, but it's different.
It's hilarious because my first lap at the Olympics, I crashed. On the third straightaway, I was in third or fourth place, and I just bonked the third straightaway over and over and went off the track. It was so embarrassing. And for that ability, though, for me to come back and be like, hey, that was just one lap. That's not, a reflection of who I am as a rider. It happens to everybody, me included.
Every single
and so,
situation
again,
that could possibly arise today,
it's really a test of their ability and their will and their
see
strength
him,
and their desire to still believe in what they can do out there.
Right, and
guys
it's
like
amazing watching
Lane Gaynor
Logan Collins bump the first double on the first straightaway and then overshoot the second double, but still lead into the first turn.
Over the past handful of years,
it's
been great to see. Again,
hearing about this guy
for
for
this
a
guy
long time.
Going into the junior development program here at the OTC.
Put it all together right now.
Not only wanting to make a name for himself and do his thing, and Derek Betcher with this new speed code team and this carbon frame that they've developed. He's obviously feeling it. To take the win, I think. He's got a lot of things going for him. He's always had talent. Watched this kid growing up, very experienced. Thankfully, had the opportunity again to still race with him. Kind of just I love these guys. Again, it's not taking too many risks. Knowing them on a personal level and as a competitor.
Riding smart is huge.
I know what they're going through, and it's great to see. And I talked with Tyler Brown earlier. He's mentally in the right spot. He said we're here to get the job done. This is no surprise to him. He knows what to expect. So this third round coming up here very shortly. We got some nerves, I'm sure.
Absolutely. How did you prepare yourself training-wise to peak at the right times of the year? Because right now, do you think these guys knew this was coming and they were going to peak for this event?
Hey, absolutely, but that's why we hire coaches
who
hopefully know more than we do. Again, our job is to get the work done, mentally prepare ourselves, and do our thing.
Absolutely. Well, this is it, man. This is pressure-filled right now. The only thing that's a little more challenging than this, I think, but we've got third round here. Total points going to go into the main event. It's all scrambled, so here we go. Zach Van Kamen, Bryce Betts, Tyler Whitfield, Lane Gaynor, Tommy Zula, Michael Boyle, Tyler Brown, Tyler Farrow. we've got a fast lap here. I didn't see one name on here that I thought, yeah, those guys aren't going to do it.
Well, Tyler Farrow with that less than stellar second round, put him on the outside. He's right in the middle points-wise, so he's going to want to get out, get over, establish his position. Lane Gaynor, again, such a talented rider. He's not going to make it easy on Tyler Farrow, but again, Tyler Brown got a decent starting lane right now. Tommy Zula, it's a stacked moto right now.
I think you just said it. It's a main.
Yeah.
Any other place, this is the main event,
Yeah.
right? You guys are fast. And Farrell coming out of lane 8. Let's see what he's got. What's he made out of right now? Gate is down. Farrell looks like he got a pretty good start coming from the outside.
Look at Tyler
but-
Brown. Tyler Farrow making it happen.
Wow.
In dominant fashion. Tommy Zula pulling up that second spot right now. These guys right now just want to keep a clean lap. Tyler Brown off the track right now.
Brown is out. No way.
That is not going to look good. Going back to the front of the pack right now again. Zula, Farrow, Lane Gaynor right now. These guys just want to keep it on two wheels right now. Zula looking possibly for that better lane pick in the main. These guys, top 3 right now, are safe. Man,
wow.
Tyler Brown.
Oh, Tyler Brown gets loose on the step jump coming out of the first turn, carves himself and lands on the other side of the track completely. Unlucky for Tyler Brown. Man, unbelievable. Second rack in the gate, loading up. This could be it. This is the action that we've been talking about all day. That last lap was it. Unbelievable. In the gate right now, Elliott McGrath, Logan Collins, Jeremy Smith, Jordan Miranda, Hunter Pelham, Kenneth Gustafson, Kyle McCrory, and Alec Bobb. Alec's a young kid, man. I wonder if he's going to try to see what he can put in there. He's got 15 points, virtually out of it, but dig deep and see what you can do.
This is an experience. If he can come out on top in this moto, again, we can just take this into every race from now on. Really looking at Kyle McCrory right now, seeing how this lap's going to go down for him.
Well, I'm going to look at Logan Collins because this guy's fun to watch ride.
Ooh, good gate by Logan right now. Jordan Miranda, again, cementing himself in a safe spot in that number 2. Hunter Pelham looking like he's going to get that number 3, but no, Kyle McCrory comes in. This is good for him, finding his way.
Oh, McGrath is in the back. He went down in first turn. What happened there?
Oh, man, got to see the replay on that. But up back front, Logan Collins, again, he's feeling the flow, I think, right now. Got a good position for that gate in the main. Jordan Miranda, Kyle McCrory, looks like he's going to make it through Jeremy Smith. Man, Kenneth Gustafson again having a crash.
Unbelievable.
And Elliott McGrath.
This is setting us up for a gnarly main event. Right now, I'm thinking Logan Collins is the guy to beat.
Well, again, as we know, in BMX, anything can happen, and it doesn't really matter how you've performed throughout the day, except in that main event. Again,
absolutely.
Not that Logan and company haven't got it done, and they won't continue to get it done. It's just about performing again in that one-lap main event.
Absolutely. The gate drops the same, but your mind seems to think it's a little bit different at times.
Of course, and it's going to be very interesting to see how these points play out. Because again, even with the Elliott McGrath crash and Tyler Brown crash, doesn't necessarily mean they're out. It'll be interesting to see.
Well, let's get our calculators together. We're going to add up some points, and we will be back to the last chance qualifier for the main event after these messages. Tomorrow in the Olympic trials, missed it by 1 point. Unfortunate, but that's BMX. That's what happens. We all have jumped a jump a bunch of times and make one slight mistake, it gets amplified, especially at this speed. And we go back to Logan Collins in that second round. This guy has hole-shotted every single moto and been out front on that Speedco carbon fiber bike. Man, he could be the fan favorite. He could be the favorite to make it to tomorrow right now.
It's hard to bet against him, obviously, with the laps he's had. But again, with this one-lap main, anything can happen, as we know. It's very excellent to see the likes of Kyle McCrory and Tyler Farrow and Lane Gaynor going to be lining up as they head up the starting ramp right now. Oh, boy, the nerves are starting up for myself and these riders. But again, they're just trying to stay in the moment. not think about what's possible, what could happen. You know, that's when we get in trouble. Is when we think about the past or the future. It's like, well, if I win today, and then I have the chance to make it to the Olympics, and then if I make it to the Olympics, oh, maybe I get sponsors, and maybe if I get sponsors, it's money. It's, you know, all this stuff starts to compound, and you know, it's just about staying in the moment, doing what we love, and riding our bike.
You know, it's always about staying in the moment, and it's so much easier said than done.
Absolutely.
I obviously would get on the gate in the past and think about the potential things that are going to happen instead of just worrying about the gate start. You know, and Donnie, you've obviously Olympic medalist, have been in this situation where a lot of people have never and will never understand the magnitude of what it feels like to be on the gate. You've also raced in the trials. You've also raced in events that got you to the trials. What was your best advice you could possibly give to these riders right now?
These riders is just do what allowed them to get here in the first place. Again, that's something good, right? They've done something correct to perform at the races to get to this point, and to amplify it and make it something bigger than it needs to be is just going to be detrimental to their performance.
Looking at all the riders today, what's one thing that you've seen on the track so far that has impressed you the most, and you feel that these riders could build off of, or this one rider could build off of, moving forward with their career?
I just like the ability that the Logan Collins, really the young Jordan Mirandas have shown in their ability to handle the pressure that is on them right now. Again, even for myself and other well-established riders, the first round and really just to get out there and work some of the cobwebs out is natural. So we saw some of that from some of the riders in the first round, but again, to be able to go out there and really put in their mind that this situation is really just them doing another lap with the same competitors that they've always been racing against. That's great, and for them to keep that same mindset, again, whoever wins this next lap needs to take that into tomorrow, because really that's the goal. Let's get to the trials, and then anything can happen.
Absolutely. All right, picks for today. I'm going with Logan Collins. I think he's going to come out of lane 1. This guy's going to get another gate start and lead it into the first turn.
That's a heavy question about these picks. Again, I see Lane Gaynor as being a sleeper here, but then the likes of Tyler Farrow and Logan have impressed me so much. Again, you see a Kyle McCrory and Elliot McGrath. Any of these guys can make it happen.
Yeah.
And that's what's so exciting, and that's what I hope the viewers at home are realizing and feeling is these riders, again, whatever sport you love, right? Basketball or whatever top sport stars that you're looking at and watching, like, these guys are in this position right now. And we need to give them the credit for doing what they're doing up there.
All right, who's your pick though, man? You did a really good explanation of all this, but you didn't pick anybody.
Oh boy. Right or wrong, I still got to go for Lane Gaynor for some reason.
Gaynor, okay.
He just reminds me of Mike Day. Just the ability to get the job done, not only on the first straight, but the remainder of the track. Not that he or I like him more or less than anybody else. I just see him, I don't know, following in the footsteps of Mike Day.
Got it.
You know, and Mike Day to have done what he did in the 2008 trials here, and not necessarily come out of nowhere, but get the job done when he needed to do it. I see Lane following in Mike's footsteps.
I would have picked Tommy Zula, but I've watched him in the third straight today get past every lap. I feel like Logan's had that track speed throughout the day, throughout the entire track. I still think Tommy has that opportunity and the potential to do it, but I've seen that part of the track where he's gotten past.
Obviously, the favorites after the first 3 rounds, you can't bet against Logan. You can't bet against the likes of Tyler Farrow. But man alive, here we go. Anything can happen, and they're so close to loading up in the gate right now. Elliot McGrath looking to be the last guy to make it up the stairs. That's all right. He's chilling. He knows all he's got to do is one more lap.
Well, as exciting as the last 2 laps have been, those were just motos. This is the main event. I think these guys are all understanding the magnitude and the gravity that this one lap has, and this could send them to their next stage of their career right here. You know, these guys are hopefully up on that gate right now, are staying composed and calm. This isn't anything different. They've done this their entire lives. They've done this.
Well, here's the thing: is their heart is beating 1,000 miles an hour right now. But once that cadence starts, it's still going to be beating 1,000 miles an hour for the split second until that gate drops, and then it's just automatic. Then we just go into a mode. Hey, we're just going to get the job done. We're just going to react. We're just going to make all the movements that we've done every single thousands of times before.
Yes.
But right now, they are scared to death.
They're thinking.
I'm sorry, nobody is up there being like, oh yeah, this doesn't really matter. I'm gonna do whatever. Like, they all know what's at stake right now.
Right now, and the breeze just feels like it just picked up. Talk to me about what it's like to ride this track with this breeze.
Well, this track with no breeze, with perfect conditions, is a tough one. But again, this wind out here changes, right? It's coming from the ocean most of the time, so it's going west. But again, it's variable. It might have played into what happened with Tyler Brown on that second straightaway, sending him a little bit sideways. But as we know here at the training facility, the further we get along in the day, the wind picks up. That's why a lot of these races, we try to have them happen earlier in the morning, because as you see right now, the wind is substantially worse than it was even 20 minutes ago.
And it's still early enough in the day that it's going to get windier. Luckily, this is it. Looks like these guys are getting ready to load them up into the gate. All right. This is what this main event looks like. Logan Collins, Tommy Zula.
Check out these gate picks, Craig.
Jordan Miranda, Lane Gaynor, Tyler Farrow, Kyle McCrory, Elliot McGrath, Zach Van Kamen.
Hey, it looks like, according to points, Tyler Farrow did not have the last lane pick, but he just went with lane 8. So let's see if this works for him like it has for Mayor Stromberg's in the past.
Well, there's no, lane 8 isn't always the worst place to pick.
No, not at all. Yeah, absolutely.
No one from lane 7 is going to go to the lane 8 just to shut you down.
Man, what's going to happen?
And we saw earlier he hole-shotted from lane 8, so
absolutely.
that might not be a bad idea.
No, it's got some confidence going.
Here's my story. Logan Collins and Tyler Farrow haven't raced all day. The two fastest guys that we've seen on the track.
From lane 1 and 8.
1 and 8. Let's see where they meet. Is it going to be at the first jump? In the first turn? Regardless, this is an exciting event because this could be the stepping stone or the launching point for someone's career moving forward.
Absolutely. I'm on my feet right now for these guys. So proud of them, and can't wait to see what happens in this lap.
Here it is, guys. One lap, no crap. The winner takes all. We will see them tomorrow in the Olympic trials. Gate is down. Looks like Logan Collins got a good start, but where's Farrell coming from the outside?
Oh my goodness, here it comes.
Oh my goodness! Just like we said, into the first turn. Here it is.
All right, Logan Collins.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
Van Kamen
and Zula on the second straightaway, hunting down Van Kamen. Like you said earlier, he's not the best on that third straightaway, but can he do it better than Van Kamen?
This is it right here. Who's got? Oh, Zula tags this double a little bit. Let's see what he got down the last straightaway.
I do not know that Zula is going to catch Van Kamen right now. This is a huge upset.
Van Kamen is getting trials tomorrow.
Goodness.
Unbelievable finish to this LCQ today.
If that's not BMX racing for you, I don't know what is.
Outstanding by all riders, but that.
Oh my goodness. Such a heartbreak for Logan Collins, who set himself up perfect to take that victory.
Coming from lane 1, Collins and Farrell meet in the first turn.
Man.
Wish we could see. I'd love to see a replay of exactly what happened. We're coming up to it right now. Let's see who tangles and really what went down. Tommy Zula comes out of there chasing Van Kamen down, but to no avail. Van Kamen's going to see him tomorrow.
It just looks like Logan Collins just washes out in that first turn. Again, this thing sometimes can bite us riders. It just turns out to be more slippery than we remember it being. I think that's just what happened, and Tyler Farrow just got caught up in that wreck.
Unbelievable. This is exactly what makes BMX BMX.
Yeah, it sounds like there were some tensions in that first turn with these riders going down, and rideably so. I mean, wow.
Well, rightfully so. We've got our two favorites going down in the first turn. This is it. They planned this entire week, this month, this year on this race to get into the trials. Now they've got another 2 years to wait, right?
Another 4 years.
4 years,
really,
right.
Really, I mean, you're looking at this. Zach Van Kamen, the youngest guy, along with Lane Gaynor, taking the victory. Who would have thought, right?
Nobody. We didn't pick him.
Not that Zach doesn't have the talent, but again, to get the job done and to put yourself in the correct position for those mistakes to make them benefit you. Again,
right.
People can win BMX races and not get out of the gate first.
You don't have to be the fastest. Sometimes you need to be the smartest.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll say that all day long.
We've always said, BMX comes down to the start.
Yep.
You're out front. You can pick the line that you want to pick, but sometimes someone else is already in that line.
Wow, it's that was
exciting.
Such a feeling. Yeah, absolutely exciting. Again, Tommy Zula, it looked like he had a good run coming on him out of that second turn, but he
tagged the double, coming the second set of doubles. Yeah. He tagged it a little bit. That slowed him down, opened up the door for Van Kamen, and he was gone after that.
Yeah, Zach had a clean lap, did exactly what he had to do.
Well, let's talk about tomorrow. We've got the trials coming up. No, wait, hold on. Let's go back to the replay first before we talk about Zach and his potential. Back tire like that, but opened the door for Van Kamen and Zula. Wow, this is great. And, Van Kamen, new to this class too, racing 19 to 27X last year, now in the hunt to make it to the Olympics.
An Olympic trials participant now.
Wow, this is huge. This is a career, like we said, this is a career changer. Zula, young guy. We haven't seen the last of him.
Oh, not at all.
Not at all.
We haven't seen the last of any of these guys on the gate. I mean, clearly they've displayed their talent, and BMX racing being what it is, bit a few of them today.
Right. Well, they're going to come back. They'll be back. There's going to be another race for these guys. Learn from their experiences. What can Logan take away from that?
Well, as you know, Craig, I mean, you can't really prepare for what just happened. You go into the turn, you have a clear line. And you're just doing it like you've done it thousands of times before, and then that back wheel washes out.
Right.
Comes out of nowhere, and you're like, try to save it, and it's not going to happen.
Right.
It's slow motion. As you know, stuff happens on the track for us, even though it seems like it happens to everybody else so fast. It's in slow motion for us.
He felt that slide coming long before we saw it.
Yes.
And
I think he's still feeling it now, unfortunately.
Yeah. Do you think coming from lane one, he tried to carve a little too low and not ride up too high? I mean, had he arced the turn a little bit more?
I don't think so. Again, you got to cover that inside line, but I think that he had a commanding enough lead to where he could take the line that he wanted to take, and he did just that. Again, he wasn't trying to push anything. He wasn't trying to hold Pharrell on the outside. He was just taking the preferred line. And again, sometimes this turn is more slippery than we remember.
The positives for both of those guys, they both executed at the start.
Absolutely.
Which is one of the hardest things that we can do is execute there. They both did it. That's something to grow on. And I got to tell you, I'm excited about the future of BMX. Really excited about the trials that we're going to see tomorrow. We've got the big hitters that are already in there.
Yeah.
We've got a Corbin Schirra. We've got a Jeffrey Upshaw. We've got such heat that's going to be on the gate tomorrow. We've got time trials. We've got motos. We've got a main. And we've got new Olympians.
Well, hey, if today is any indication of how tomorrow's going to go, anything can happen. As we know, it's going to be exciting, even more exciting than the race out here today. But again, the big show, the big spot is on the line tomorrow, and I think for the fans and for ourselves, it's going to be one heck of a day.
And we're going to be at a different track.
Oh boy, we get to call something different.
Absolutely. So for Donnie Robinson, I'm Craig Reynolds. Thank you so much for tuning in for the last chance qualifier. We will see you tomorrow for the Olympic trials. I can't wait. Have a great day. We'll see you later.